Hi, I'm Isabel. I'm an artist, and today I wanted to show you my favorite oil painting art supplies. Now, this is just the ones I use. I'm sure there are a lot more that I don't use that you could try if you wanted, but these are my favorites. These are the ones I use every time I oil paint. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you was the paint, obviously. You can't oil paint without oil paint. So, you need some oil paint. I love oil paint. It's so creamy. And I plan to do a video comparing different brands and showing the quality of that at some point. So subscribe if you want to see that later. And let me know in the comments if you would like to see more about different types of oil paint, different brands and the quality. But you need oil paint. That's, I can't go, I can't do this video without saying that. You also need paint thinner. Now I've done 3 different methods for cleaning my paintbrushes with oil paint, and I like this one that I'm going to show you the best. I plan to do a video talking about ways you can clean your paintbrushes from all different kinds of paint in a later video. But today I'm just showing you my favorites. So this is my favorite paint thinner. It's backwards, I'm sorry. It's Gamsol Pure Odorless Mineral Spirits. It says thins oil paint and mediums, gently cleans brushes and tools, self-clearing and reusable. And this is actually why I like it so much, is because it doesn't smell bad. One of the previous ones I've used was very strong smelling. While it was natural and it wasn't toxic for like smelling it while you're working, it did give me a headache and I didn't like that. But this one, Gamsol, is really nice. So I put it in a glass jar like this. So hold on a second. Let me show you my other jar. I keep 2 jars. And I use these both for my paint thinner, my Gamsol paint thinner. And this one actually has Gamsol in it, if you can see. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but this bottom part is thicker. This is actual oil paint that I washed off of my brushes, and it sinks to the bottom of my jar. It's totally awesome. I can reuse this top part as many times as I want. So I switch between these two. So I'll paint with this one for a while. When I'm done painting, I'll let it sit. I'll let all the oil paint go to the bottom, and then I will just pour all the liquid off of it. The oil paint stays at the bottom. It's amazing. It's so fun to watch. I'll pour the leftover paint thinner into my new jar and I'll just start again. I'll wipe out the old paint and throw it away. And it's so simple. I love that it doesn't smell and I can reuse it. And now none of it's going to waste. So I've gotten quite a bit of painting done with just this small jar. There's a lot bigger ones, but I started with a small one because I wasn't sure how much I'd like it, but I like it a lot. So that is my favorite paint thinner. There are only 2 oil painting mediums that I add to my oil paint sometimes, and this one, I'll start with one I don't use very often. I use cold wax medium, and this is, it kind of looks a little bit like Vicks Vapor Rub to me, but it's just this kind of solidish. It's very waxy, kind of like firm coconut oil, or yeah, coconut oil, and solidified coconut oil. That's the word I was looking for. Anyways, this is a medium you can add to your oil paint. I use it occasionally. If you mix it with your paint, your paint somehow becomes even creamier. So it has a really fun texture to use, and it is thicker. It's a little more textured. So if you want to make textured lines in your painting or whatever, cold wax is a cool medium to use. The last medium that I use for oil painting is Galkyd, and I really like this stuff. This is like, I'm trying to think how to describe it. So when you're painting with oil paints are super, super thick. They're kind of hard to paint with very smoothly. So you can mix your paint thinner with a little bit of paint to thin it out and make it smoother to work with. It also dries a little faster. Galkyd's kind of the same way, but it doesn't act like a paint thinner. this can go on top of previous oil paint layers and this won't pick up anything. Whereas if I rubbed paint thinner on my canvas that I'm working on, like this, if I rubbed paint thinner on this, all my paint would come off. Whereas if I mixed this with my paint and I put a new layer on, I'll still get a thinner, I'll get a little more glossy paint look, but it's easier to work with. It's thinner. This, I think this, yeah, this is a fast drying, so it helps slow down the oil painting process, which the thicker your paint, the longer it's going to take to dry. I have a couple pieces that I did with oil paint in certain areas before I had these mediums to help me. And so my oil paint was super thick and it took months for it to dry. It's still not 100% dry, and I made it back in, I want to say March. I painted that. So these are my favorite art supplies. Super simple, just the paint thinner, Galkyd, and cold wax. This one I feel like is the most, you can do without it. I haven't used it on my last couple oil paintings. But anyways, there's lots of other oil painting supplies. These are my favorites. Let me know in the comments what is your favorite oil painting supply. I would love to try it out. Have a good day. Bye.